Chris Paul and winning a championship is like warm milk and carrots. They just don't mix well. So today we're going to be defying the odds and having Chris Paul win an NBA championship as the finals MVP on the team. First of all, he's got to actually shoot the ball. We need him taking a ton of shots. We're putting his shot tendency and touch tendency up to 100, and that's not all we got to do. We're starting from start today, and if y'all don't know, the Suns are kind of bad in real life, so we've got to go out there and make some trades to try and make this team better so that we can actually compete for an NBA championship. I don't want to be here all day, so we're going to try to make these trades and make this team really good. We're trading a ton of the key players on the team. I'm planning on keeping Devin Booker, but pretty much nobody else is safe aside from Chris Paul because we need him on the team for this video. And we were able to get a ton of depth, a lot of really good role players, some star players. Hey, are we calling Lauri Markkanen a star? I think we are. He's about to be an all-star this year, man. He's really been hooping. We were also able to get Christian Wood. He has been amazing in Dallas. His offensive game is incredible, and that's been shown on the big stage over with the Mavericks. But yeah, y'all see we're just making some small moves, doing the 2K drill. Y'all know how it goes. You just finesse the trade finder until you have a great team, and that's what we did. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the NBA playoffs. That's what this video is about after all. We're trying to win this NBA championship. Round one, we've got the Mavs, and we actually made a trade with them. They have Jay Crowder and Mason Plumlee. We had Plumlee at one point. We traded him, and I guess Jay Crowder as well, to get Christian Wood, but none of that matters because we get swept. The Luka special, he's back, man. Luka cooks us, even with his shot tendency on like 100. Chris Paul still finds a way to average below 20 points per game, so it's time to make more offseason moves. We're going after Keldon Johnson. We get younger with this move. He's a higher overall. We have to give up a pick, but we don't really care about picks. And we also go out and we get Alec Burks in free agency, and that's pretty much it for this offseason. Chris Paul's getting old. The clock is ticking for us to win a ring with Chris Paul, and we need to make it happen. We've got a deep rotation, but what I'm really worried about is the star power. Do we have enough star guys on this roster to really carry us? And the answer was actually no. I lost the file, man. I'm sorry, but we lost to the 8 seed Lakers, and the next season at the deadline, we were looking to make moves. I didn't lose the file, by the way. It's Xbox. Their game clip system is garbage. So while we trade for Kyrie Irving, let me just cook real quick, okay? Their game clip system, my clips just go missing. Xbox, please fix it, bro. Please. Like, y'all already have a garbage console compared to PlayStation. Let's be honest, but like, can y'all please fix it? Like, seriously. But yeah, we've got a deep 10-man rotation. Well, I mean, not a crazy deep rotation, but we got Kyrie now. We should have more scoring. We're able to get out of the first round this time, so that's good at least. And in the second round, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we're having a competitive series with them. Yeah, they actually beat us in 6 games. I don't understand. So it's time to make more trades. That's what we got to do. We're going to go after De'Aaron Fox. This trade seems like a no-brainer to me. De'Aaron Fox for Christian Wood in the first. And even though we just got Kyrie, he's kind of old. So we're going to trade him and DeAndre Ayton for Bam and Tyler Hero. That one also seems kind of like a no-brainer to me. We get significantly younger there. We're also going to get Anthony Simons and Nas Little. So with all of those moves done, we have an even better roster in my opinion, and a lot of depth on the team. So hopefully we'll be able to get stuff done. But y'all might notice Chris Paul's missing. Yeah, it's because he retired. So we're going to be bringing him back, and we're going to lower his overall because he wasn't that high of an overall before he retired. But I put prime Chris Paul on the team, lowered his overall, and that's pretty much what we're going to do. Also, if you enjoy the content, I might start tweeting, so go follow my Twitter, man. Yeah, that was a crazy plug, but we've got Chris Paul back on the team, 100 shot tendency. I also traded D-Book, so he's gone. I think we ended up losing him. Pretty tough, but our team's still tough, so I think we should be good. And Chris Paul, this year is actually the 6th man of the year. He's a backup for De'Aaron Fox this season, but it worked out. He's putting up good numbers, but if we're going to win the ring, we got to go through this crazy Rockets team that won 72 games on the season. And that team might not be the biggest threat to us because we can barely get out of the first round. We're up against the Denver Nuggets. It's a game 7 here, and we end up losing. A 2-7 matchup, by the way, where we were the 2 seed and we lost. I don't understand, but we're going to go get Karl-Anthony Towns. And then I realized I couldn't afford to bring back my players because Cat's making so much money. So, yeah, we're getting John Collins back. We're just going to reverse the trade because that's how 2K works. Their system is broken, and I need to get Alperen Sengun back. And for some reason, 2K just renounced his rights for no reason. It just selected that for me, I'm pretty sure. Blame 2K, man. And Chris Paul tried to leave us, by the way, so he's coming back off of the trade override, and he's back on the roster. Just a ton of stuff going on. I don't understand this game. It's garbage, but we are going to try to keep pushing and win this ring. And speaking of garbage, the Xbox game clip system, man. I lost another year of clips, and y'all are going to think I'm lying, but I hopped in my GM bag. We got Jabari Smith Jr., we got Jaren Jackson Jr., all the juniors are on the team, and also we ended up bringing in prime Chris Paul. I imported him into the roster because honestly, we're struggling too much. I must just suck at this GM thing, so I went ahead and I brought in prime Chris Paul because there's no way, right, we can't get carried by prime Chris Paul to a ring with all of these great players on the roster. Although the Houston Rockets are still up there, they're our competition. They're really tough. But we go ahead and we win in the first round, a 4-game sweep. Finally, we're able to get out of there. We get out of the second round, and now we're facing this Thunder team that really we shouldn't have a problem with. They were able to get through Houston, though, and that Houston team is good, so maybe we have something to worry about, but we don't. We're in the NBA Finals. We're facing Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. This team, I don't think should be some competition for us, but they get up 3-0. And look at the roster. I don't understand, 2K. They have 190 plus. We have a squad, and we end up getting swept. But Tyrese, to his credit, he was averaging like 40 and 17, so he's him. We lost. And naturally, after a playoff loss, our next move was to go out and get Ben Simmons. He should help us in the playoffs. Hey, man, Ben, I don't have any problems with you, man. I'm trying to be passive. Y'all see what I did there because he passed out the layup? Yeah. We're going to go back and get Karl-Anthony Towns on the roster. Karl-Anthony Towns has been in and out of this team, and now we're looking even better. But that might not matter because 2K is hating on Chris Paul. This is a Chris Paul hate agenda by 2K. Maybe he did something to Ronnie at some point in the past. Ronnie's got beef with him. That's what I'm hearing. Ronnie's got beef. But we finally have an All-NBA player. Chris Paul is on All-NBA third, putting up ridiculous numbers. So hopefully this can actually translate to some success. We were able to get out of the first round. We got the Spurs in the second round, and it's a close back and forth series. And this time, I'm not going to sit around and let us lose. In Game 7, we're down 11 points, but there's still time. And don't worry, I'm incredibly good at this game, so we are going to go ahead and make this comeback. Jabari Smith Jr. is at the line. He's shooting a couple free throws. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the first, and he actually ended up getting fouled on a three-pointer, so this gives us a good opportunity. The door's left open for us to make this comeback as I make the second free throw and I make the third. This is really one of y'all's first time seeing me do some gameplay, but you all will be able to see how skilled I am at this game as we're attempting to make this pretty difficult comeback. We throw the ball up to Chris Paul. Paul is isolating, and y'all know the cheese. You pass it to your teammate, get the ball back, catch and shoot, pull up, bang. All right, it's a three-point game. We can really make this comeback happen. Unfortunately, we get beat on the cut there, so it's a 5-point game now, but don't worry. I got the release down. That's another green. We're only down 2 points here. We put him on the line, so we got to hit another three-pointer. Chris Paul for 3. He hits it again. It's a 1-point game. So again, they go to the line, and now it's just a 3-point game. We can tie it up here with a three-pointer. Chris Paul, he does it again. It's in the name, CP3. And then he does it again after we fouled him. So we're up by 1 point, and we're able to seal the deal. I know that comeback was crazy. I might be the greatest 2K player of all time. 2K League, I know y'all saw the highlights, man. Hit me up. But none of that miraculous comeback matters if we lose to the Houston Rockets. And in Game 6, it's a winner-go-home situation, and we lose. So that big comeback was basically for nothing. Really unfortunate, but Ben Simmons, he's on his way out of here. We're going to go ahead and find a trade for him, and we're actually able to get Chet Holmgren, a young player. Well, in real life, he's a young player, but now he's pretty old at this point. I mean, not old, but like, y'all get my point. It's been a while. I've been simulating for years and years and years. by this point. So guys are getting older, and some players in the league aren't the familiar names we're used to. Like this guy, Jake Warwick. And we also go out and we're able to trade for Lewis Perkins, who's a 90 overall, and he's an auto-generated player. Kind of crazy. I also saw a really insane auto-generated rookie the other day. I might have a video out on him. I downloaded the player DNA because he was insane. He put up some crazy numbers his rookie year, but I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil that video. Let's get back to the point of this video. We go ahead and we sweep the first round of the playoffs, win the second round at 5, and we're back in the finals. So that was a fairly easy trip to the finals, especially compared to what we're used to. But now we're up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We did take Donovan Mitchell from them, and we're up 2-1 in the series. But keep in mind, Chris Paul does have to win that finals MVP, and we've got a lot of bucket getters on our team. And Chris Paul, he's kind of having a mid-finals. So I was concerned about him not getting that finals MVP because that was one of the requirements for the video for us to win this challenge. So he's playing all 48, no other point guards in the rotation. Chris Paul's our guy. We're going to him. And yeah, this might sell us, but we need him to get these wins. And yeah, we're kind of choking away the series. Hopefully we can make this happen. In Game 7, I need to make another miracle comeback, down 13 points, less than 2 minutes left, and I wasn't able to do it, man. I tried my hardest, ended up fouling out with Chris Paul, and yeah, we lost. Game 7, a really unfortunate defeat, but hopefully we'll be able to get it back next year, try to win this championship. Yeah, psych, we're going to quit the game and simulate through a game. I'm a sore loser, what can I say? But Chet Holmgren's the finals MVP. Yeah, so we got to run it back again until Chris Paul gets his finals MVP. Unfortunately, I forgot about free agency. I literally just forgot to re-sign the players. But don't worry, I did a little something. I mean, if you know, you know, but we did a little method and we were able to put together a team. You know, it's a little squad, you know, something like, yeah, I use trade override. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I got desperate. I've been simulating on this thing for a long time. We're in the year 2030. So, yeah, I got desperate, man. What can I say? We do go ahead and we win the first round. In the second round, we're able to sweep the Memphis Grizzlies. And now we've got the San Antonio Spurs, who are having some competition with us. But we get up 3-1, and they take a game. They take another one. No way they make the 3-1 comeback on us. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't happen. I knew it wasn't going to happen. Y'all already know. We're in the NBA Finals against the Orlando Magic. I know I cheated, bro. I know I cheated. Y'all would have did the same thing, but we're up against the Orlando Magic here. We're up in Chris Paul's touch tendency, his shot tendency. We're not selling this. Nobody else is touching the ball. Y'all got to get out of the way. It's Chris Paul ISOs all the time. That's all we're running. Chris Paul, get the ball, get out the way. That's exactly what we're going to do. And we're up 3-2 in the series. That means in this Game 6, we have a chance to put the Orlando Magic away, and we finally do it. The video's over. I really do hope y'all enjoyed it. This took me a ton of time, so I'm not trying to beg y'all, but if you liked it, subscribe. Have a great day. See y'all in the next one. Peace.